Wow, when it comes to top-notch quality family entertainment, then you know you're in the right place. We are spot on. It's Wake Up Nigeria.
Every journey begins with a step, and we're glad that you've joined us this morning. It's bright and early. It's 6 a.m., but you know, we've been awake since like 4, just trying to prepare the show for you. So it's good. It's good that you're here. We're happy to be here too.
We want you to stay right there so we can give you a splash of sunshine and help to brighten up your day, no matter how slow it started. We have quite a packed edition for you today.
Yeah, it's loaded, so stick around. My name is Yomi Ope.
And I'm Titilayo Oyinson. Please stream with us if you need to go anywhere. That's tvcentertainment.tv and of course on Facebook Live at TVC Connect.
Also send in your comments across the social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC.
So our app is available for you to download. Make sure you get it. Go to the Android or iOS store as soon as you can. Your mobile devices need this app, as in they need it. It's not complete. You know, the phone button, the message button, the camera button, then our app. That's how it's supposed to be. Yeah.
All right, so check it out. We're going to be starting off the show with
Afro-pop singer and songwriter Toby Dreams joins us. He's going to be singing the song Sumomi.
And then we're going to be having a book chat. Joining us to talk about her book, My Stella, 1 in a Million, is author Dr. Sam Loco-Smith.
And then it's on to tech. Mike will be joined by information technology expert and business development executive Confidence Stavely. Well, we'll be having an interesting discussion on tech later on today.
White Stones Culture Ambassadors is a theater company, and they will be dazzling us with a drum performance act this morning.
International songwriter, R&B soul musician, and music producer Sugar is going to be leading his sweet melodies right here in the studio.
On our display, we have Fumi Okpanubi, who imparts the world through her inspirational artworks, positively.
Lovely pieces there. Very colorful. And finally, we have actor and social media influencer, someone who rose to prominence after the recently concluded Big Brother Naija peppered them. Esther Agumbiade. All right. Fabulous. I feel like we just made it. Like, I feel like it was such a rush this morning. But it feels like it's going to be an amazing day. It's always artsy on Thursdays. Yeah. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
So the whole of the Queen has released a statement.
Oh, she has?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, so the Queen is angry.
oh wow.
And the other members of the royal family are, let me use the words that the royal reporter used, they are incandescent with rage.
Oh, wow. But it's not supposed to be surprising. I don't think this was,
Incandescent
they must
rage.
have known before now.
No, they did not.
That's the idea.
They just announced
They
it.
did not.
So the best way to do it is the way they did it. Otherwise, they
yes.
wouldn't have been allowed.
Do it and move. Boom.
Oh, I was thinking that they had talked about it,
No.
they've all settled, and now we are just like seeing the end result.
Yeah.
Okay, so for those that are just waking up and don't know what we're talking about, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex put out...
Duke and Duchess.
well, they're still using the title as of
okay,
right now.
right now.
They opened up their own Instagram handle and they put out a statement saying that they would like to, you know, retreat from public duties, step back from their public roles as members of the royal family.
Yes,
Yeah.
when you say Duke and Duchess, you mean Prince Harry,
Harry
And Meghan.
Markle.
the actress. You know, we said this thing. How long ago did they get married?
Well, the baby is what?
2, 3 years?
It's not. It's
Somewhere
not.
around 3 years.
Probably,
Yes,
yeah,
no,
probably
somewhere around
2
3
years or 2.5
Under
years.
3 years.
And I remember, you know, when they were getting married and, you know, all the fertility, that's what we call
Yes,
it.
so.
I recall saying that, you know, sometimes this is a lady who has had a different kind of experience.
Yeah.
Canadian, American. She's been an actress. She knows what her passion is.
Yeah.
Like, her true passion is what she was doing before she got married. So I just felt, for me, that her life was on pause.
Yeah.
You get, so you can, sometimes you can just pause your life, go get married, have kids, do what you need to do,
And then now want
have
to
fun,
come
go and
back.
experience everything. Then after 3-4 years, sometimes even 5 years, sometimes some people wait for 10 years and still go back to what they, so I just always felt like it was a break for her to go and do something.
But the thing is, you can't have both sides. You cannot eat your cake and have it. You wanted to be a princess. You wanted to marry
I don't
a
think
prince.
she wanted to be a princess.
Really?
I think she was in love
Really?
with a person who happened
She fell in love with a guy that is a prince.
Yeah, it does not make
she
her
did
want
not
to be
have
a
to marry
princess.
the guy. You
Wow.
can be loving him from
Wow.
far. You entered royal
Hello,
family. You now
sis.
want to go back.
No,
For
they
what
don't
now?
want to share. She has. In fact,
Yeah.
some people said it's a declaration of war, but whatever happens, they're adults, man, and they are moving.
Yeah.
That's what makes it easier.
Wow.
They are moving.
So, because I know that it couldn't have been easy.
They are moving.
Yeah.
It couldn't have been an easy decision.
At all.
Yeah, and also it couldn't have been even easy living that life. It's
Yeah, true,
it's tough.
true.
And
So,
they said they are working towards being financially independent.
Independent,
So they want
yes.
to work. They don't want to get
So,
their.
what's Harry's work experience, please? He's gonna go get a
he's-
job now.
He's been
I'm
to the
saying
army.
He was in the army,
He's in the
right?
Royal Air Force
So
now.
he's gonna go back into
In
the
the
Air
Air
Force.
Force,
Yeah, and
Meaning
he might,
he's gonna
he
be
might even
away
want to
from his
try
home
something
for
that he has been passionate
months
about for
on
years.
end.
Doesn't have to be. Doesn't
Yeah.
have to be the army.
If he even
could
wants
do
to
any
work
other
in a
thing.
grocery
Any
store,
other
it's
thing.
fine.
Yes.
Maybe
It's
I
his
secretly
life,
wanted
it's
to
his
join a boy
choices.
band.
Honestly,
Or
he
something.
can
Goes to
most,
one
So
cafe
Megan
in-
is gonna go back to acting and
most
be free
likely
and-
or something else.
You know.
Yeah.
I'm so pro
The restrictions and all of
whatever
that
it
were
is they're
just too
doing.
much, and I think they always saw this. They saw
Yeah.
this coming.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
this was a black person being brought into the royal family.
As
There was
in-
always going to be an issue. The queen always looked at it, and then there were problems with the brothers. The brothers started having issues. They
Yeah.
stopped appearing in public together. You know, they stopped talking to each
Even
other.
the
and all that,
wives
even the
and,
wives
you
and
know.
all of
Yeah,
that. So
I don't think they've been
yeah,
cool.
like all of them were just on their own. But I really like what happened.
To be honest, good luck to them.
really
You know,
like
it's a
what
decision they've
Yes.
made as God wills. You know, let them just find happiness in whatever decision they've made. It's
And if they pursue them from the UK, our doors are open
Nigeria,
now.
yes, so
In
if
Nigeria,
Cardi B is
so
coming, you too, you can come.
our doors are open. We can offer you citizenship. Our green passport, maybe not worth too much for now, but yeah.
But when you
Yeah, it'll
come,
be worth
it will be much more.
Ibrahim, please give us the news update.
And you hear me? Just tell Prince Harry TVC is hiring if he's looking for a job. The Governor of Edo State has instructed the relevant ministries to commence prosecution of all local government chairmen relieved of their offices for embezzling council funds. Governor Godwin Ibasaki was speaking while swearing in a new chairman for Eson West local government area, Ruth Osahan, at the government house on Wednesday. The governor described the local government as the most urbanized in the state with an ever-growing demographic and economic activities, but expressed concern over its inability to pay workers' salaries. The former chairman of the council, Patrick Aguinede, was removed from office on account of an alleged gross mismanagement of public funds.
So my charge to you is that within 12 months of being in office, all backlogs of salaries owed to local government workers in East and West must be cleared. So you cooperate with the authorities to make all the records available, and for monies that were illegally taken from the local government must be paid back.
The Federal Road Safety Corps has confirmed the death of 12 persons in a road accident in Kano State. According to the agency, the incident occurred due to speed violations by two commercial vehicles on Woodhill Gaya Road. 26 other persons were injured and are now receiving treatment in hospital. The bodies of the dead have been deposited at the mortuary. In the meantime, a security expert, Adams Abu, shares his thoughts on why security agencies have failed to tackle the issue of abductions in Ondo State. He also gives some tips on how to tackle the menace.
That is that we are not effectively fighting, these vices, particularly kidnapping, the way it should be, and that is why they are where we are still I give you a typical example. If they kidnap someone and you want to track, until the tracking is taken to maybe the headquarters of the various security organizations. It takes a longer time to track and to be able to get them. Nigerians themselves are not properly educated about security measures. How many of them knows when to travel? How many of them knows when to go out? How many of them knows where what you are supposed to do? What are the threat indicators, for instance, of kidnapping?
A chieftain of the All Progressives Congress in Ondo State has regained his freedom after spending 4 days in his abductor's den. James Ajulo was kidnapped at Akungba Akoko in Akoko Southwest local government area of Ondo State. His kidnappers had earlier demanded 10 million naira ransom, but we cannot confirm if the money was paid before his release. A coalition of civil society organizations has raised the alarm over the escalating security situation in Katsina State as a peace dialogue is getting ineffective. They say the situation has now shifted from 8 frontline local government areas to 18, a situation that is exposing the people to serious threats, though the government and security agencies have assured that they are working to ensure safety of lives and property. The Inspector General of Police, Mohammed Adamu, has changed squadron commanders, counter-terrorism and special protection unit commanders to demonstrate competence and firm leadership in the line of duty or risk disciplinary action. Our correspondent Elena Samide Akins has this story.
Reports of uncivic behavior towards citizens, misuse of firearms, deployment of personnel on unauthorized duties, and mounting of illegal roadblocks by personnel of the Nigerian police force has been rife in recent times. The police boss is not happy with the trend. At this meeting between the Inspector General of Police and commanders of various units, he insists that such acts must stop.
And engaging commanders of
the police chief expects that they must demonstrate competence, firm leadership, and ensure respect for citizens or risk being disciplined.
I charge you to return to your bases and squadrons with a new orientation and firm determination to demonstrate competence and firm leadership. Doing otherwise shall henceforth attract 10 disciplinary actions against you, including possibility of removing you as commanders for lacking professional leadership competence.
Assistant Superintendent of Police. The IGP also decorated 40 Deputy Inspector General of Police to the rank of Commissioners of Police. The elevation was based on the principle of seniority and merit.
Crime, as you know, is a dynamic and increasingly complex phenomenon, and the nation demands of your high level of loyalty, courage, and professional competence needed to move the Nigerian police and indeed the nation to the next level in relation to internal security.
Between January 2019 to date, a total of 10,114 officers have been promoted on merits. Helen Osamide Akins, TVC News, Abuja.
At least 3 persons have been killed in a bomb blast in Somalia's capital, Mogadishu, an attack already claimed by militant group Al-Shabaab. In a statement, Al-Shabaab says the attack shows that the government has not fully secured Mogadishu's major areas. The attack appears to be part of an intensified campaign in the past 2 weeks by the group in Somalia and Kenya, which have porous borders. And that's it on the news update for this hour. It's time to let you know what the weather will be like today.
We have the headlines in the dailies starting now, and we have the Punch newspaper with this headline. So it says, federal government interference, governors' intrigues, threaten Operation Amotekun. It says 120 operational vehicles head for Ibadan as inauguration holds today. Dawn says Operation Not Alternative Army as Fayemi IG Meat. Then in the photo story there, it says 176 die as Ukrainian airliner crashes in Iran. Page 40 has more on that. Katsina, gunmen abduct 4 customs officers, kill teenagers. Page 9 has more on that. I was never under pressure to contest 2023 presidency, says Jonathan. 8 arrested for killing policeman, churchgoer, a woman in Lagos. $24,000 extortion. EFCC combs Shehu Sani's houses, offices. Going to the top of the page here, it says UK issues travel advisory, warns citizens to avoid protests. Government orders closure of unlicensed cooking gas plants. And finally, Buhari minister NNPC boss meet over Middle East tension. That's what we have on the cover of the Punch.
Yeah, let's look at the Vanguard this Thursday. Insecurity. Army, police frown as Southwest launches Operation Amotekun. We'll go ahead with launch, says the DAWN. We're not opposed to it, says police. And those opposed to Amotekun are enemies of Yoruba. Are Adams responds. Oshomale, absent as Obaseki monarch preach peace leadership at Auchi rally. And Igbo presidency, Ekweme's betrayers created problem for Ndigbo, says Ohuamua. And alleged money laundering, court adjourns Monfa's trial till January 15. EFCC has no power to investigate Rivers government, says the commissioner. And up here, U.S.-Iran face-off. Airlines cancel flights to Middle East, avoid Gulf airspace as Iran threatens to bomb Dubai, Israel. The Supreme Court upholds Okowa, Ishaku, Ikpeazu, Bello's election. And finally, stock markets post biggest daily gain in 1 year, rises 471 billion naira. And that's what we have on the cover of the Vanguard.
Did I hear you say it threatens to bomb where?
Dubai and Israel.
Dubai and Israel? Goodness me. Now, the Nation newspaper has this headline: lawmakers to get INEC's electoral reforms proposal. Agency makes far-reaching plans for 2023 polls. It also says here, World Bank predicts 2.1% growth for Nigeria's economy. Osun government warns against using bleach to process gari, paracetamol to boil meat. Wow, goodness. OPC others give support as Operation Amotekun goes into action. CBN to banks use 65% of deposit as loan. March 31st is deadline. And it also says here 176 die as Ukrainian plane crashes in Iran. Tehran holds black box. Now that's an additional headline there that wasn't on the other paper. I'll wrap it with this one. Supreme Court upholds Ikpeazu's, Ishaku's, Okowa's, Bello's elections. That's what we have on the cover of the Nation.
Yeah, The Guardian here says how government can stop wasting trillions on fuel importation. Stakeholders warn of forex scarcity, increased debt burden, and CBN retains 65% loan-to-deposit ratio policy for banks. Poor equipment, visibility, stoke safety concern in aviation sector. Airlines delay, divert flights as $6 million tolls remain inactive. Supreme Court upholds Governor Ikpeazu Okowa Ishaku Sani's elections. And gunmen kill 2, abduct 4 customs officers, 26 others in Katsina. Wow. And Buhari's comments confirm fraud in 2019 polls, say PDP. And finally, 8 persons killed as car runs into shops in Cross River. Wow. And that's what we have on the cover of The Guardian.
We also have the Nigerian Tribune here. It says, as Operation Amotekun takes off today, opposition expectations by Southwest leaders. Excuse me. I don't believe in any partial Amotekun, says Adebanjo. It says it's a camouflage attempt to silence agitation for state police, says Okurumu. Idea long overdue, temporary means of tackling crime, says Gani Adams. And houses of assembly must pass it into law, says Bimbo Daramola. Now I'm going to move on. It says here, Makinde leads EXCO speaker to Alaafin, promises to rebuild Akeson market. It also says Supreme Court upholds elections of Okowa, Ishaku, Ikpeazu, Bello. And I'll move to the bottom of the page, bottom left. Prince Harry, Meghan to step back from roles in royal family. That's what we have on the cover of the Nigerian Tribune.
Yeah, that's about all that we can take for now on the newspaper headlines. Let's take a quick break. I'll be back with traffic reports in Lagos.
Welcome back. We are about to give tips on the best route for you this morning to get to your destination faster. Now, as always, we encourage that you help other road users like yourself by dropping relevant traffic situation reports on all our social media pages using the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC. This morning, we're starting our journey from Aja bus stop all the way to Bonny Cantonment. Yesterday, I didn't take that route, so I'm starting with that route first. Now, if you're coming from Aja, it's going to take you approximately 47 minutes to get to the last bus stop, which is Bonny Cantonment. But you might be going somewhere just before then, so it might take you a shorter distance. So we're going to start the journey from Ado Road. Now, if you're coming from Lapai Close, which is the beginning of Ado Road, it's a free-flowing traffic all the way to you get to under the bridge. There's slight traffic at that point, which is usually expected. Now, as a frequent road user, you should know that wherever we have traffic lights connecting roads, there's usually slight traffic at that point because cars are meeting at that point. So we have slight traffic at that point. And now when you come back to when you connect to the Lekki-Ekpe Expressway, we have free-flowing traffic. It's free-flowing up until you get to the popular Aja shopping mall. That axis is usually heavy traffic because we have pedestrian users crossing the road, which is really not advisable because you don't know where a car is coming from and you don't even know if they are paying attention to you crossing the road. So now the traffic begins to build up at that point, and it goes up until you get to, it's maybe, this looks like it would take you maybe 7 to 12 minutes traffic. And right after that, at about the closest landmark I can see at this point is where the FCMB is. It's free-flowing traffic. Now it goes free-flowing all the way through the supermarket, the popular supermarket, the Eleganza axis, down to VGC is free-flowing. Cool, so if you're at VGC and you're watching, you might want to come out quickly and head on, start your journey because it's free-flowing all through VGC, all through Ikota, free-flowing. Now, you might want to take an alternative route. I can see an alternative route, but you might just want to stick to this because this is showing the fastest route. Now, the traffic picks up at just after the toll gate, which is just close to the conservation, just after the Lekki Conservation Center. Now, it picks up at that point, which, if I remember correctly, there's a traffic light at that point, like I said, is expected. Now, it's free-flowing again up until you pass the Chevy View Estate. I don't know what's causing, because this is not Chevy View bus stop. This is after, so something might be causing traffic at that point. It's free-flowing again till you get to Idado. Now, this is showing me that there's a thick traffic at that point, so just exercise a little patience if you're there. And then it's light, it eases up, but then it's light traffic, like pockets of traffic here and there. But when you get to Agungi, now we have thick traffic, and it just goes all the way to Osakpa. And just after Osakpa, at about, after the Jakonde roundabout, that's just before Ikate, the traffic eases out, and then you have free-flowing, thankfully. And it goes free-flowing till second roundabout, and then at the traffic light, there's pockets of traffic there again. Now, I think this should be expected because this is morning and people are going to work. Now, at the second roundabout, if you're going into VI, you might want to take the alternative route, which could take you 8 minutes. It's 8 minutes slower, or you might decide to stay on the Lekki-Ekpe Expressway, which is 8 minutes faster. But at Oniru, when you pass second toll gate now at the Oniru axis, that's where the Lekki Phase 1 gate is. Now there's a lot of traffic there, which now that shouldn't surprise you because a lot of people haven't done their the tag that allows them to pass through the Ikoyi Link Bridge. So now there's a lot of people at that point. So that traffic is expected. So let's go to the kitchen and let's see what Yomi, Titi, and Mike have on updates for traffic.
I have one or two here from Traffic Chief. And it says as at 6:16 a.m., Vokes to mile 2 along Badagry Expressway, currently good to go. It also says here as at 6:20, Kata Bridge en route Ido, currently good to go. There seems to be an announcement here about the PWD level crossing in Ikeja GRA closing soon on January 10th, which is, I believe, tomorrow. Apparently, there's an alternative route being announced. It's quite a long article. Can't take all of that now, but at least if anyone is passing through there, they should get some more information on that. And yeah, what do you have? Do you have this
I've
one?
got there's traffic along Ajayi Farm to Ikeja along, National to Ikeja inside towards Oshodi, and that's busy. And also, I'm seeing some traffic along the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway going out of Lagos. So it's pretty busy, pretty tight. The construction has begun again, so I think the roads have been tightened up. I think there's only one lane now that you can pass. So a little bit of patience will be required, but it's quite busy right now leaving Lagos this morning. So early in the morning, I don't know why it's this tight.
Yeah.
So from the NNPC stations, Magboro, all those areas are very busy right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Talk about.
Thank you very much. Now, just very quickly, if you're going from Bega to Marina, it's going to take you approximately 40 minutes, but I'm just going to give you a quick run through. Now, you should take through, you should go from, let's start from CMD Road. You should join the Lagos-Ibadan Express, make a U-turn now at the point and connect to Maryland. They're saying that Third Mainland Bridge is not where you want to take. So you should use the Maryland, use the Ikorodu ramp, then take through the Murtala Mohammed Bridge and use the Ijora Causeway, which that's where we have the Kata Bridge. And then so just see how you just make your journey easier for yourself. I'm just going to join them. And I'm sure Mike has something interesting he's going to use to start the coffee juice this morning.
You call my name. Just to mention anyways, I know most of you, I mean, there's a goal this guy scored yesterday. A player, Toni Kroos, Real Madrid. So there was a Spanish Super Cup yesterday against Valencia. And he scored this goal from the corner, from a corner flag. He went to take a corner and scored from there.
Wow, so he
like so
bent it like
officially,
Beckham, baby.
this one is more than Beckham.
Are you serious?
Like this is official. So I've seen people score from around that area.
Yeah.
But from a direct corner, this is the first time I'm seeing him live match. Like from the corner, he saw the keeper. The keeper went out. I was expecting the ball. I'll probably show you a clip when I take sports next time.
Yeah.
In the second half. But he just from there, poop.
Wow.
What's his name again?
Tony Cruz.
Wow.
That's how the thing. You're from corner. So
Wow.
yeah, just mention. Just as a mention. Let's get past
That's
that.
one I'll go into the history books now.
As in, yeah.
They'll be playing it in like 5 years, remembering.
will.
Do you remember that goal by
It will.
Toni Kroos, right?
Yeah, Tony Cruz.
Okay, I'll remember that one.
Let's check it out.
So everybody's trending Megan. Okay, but it seems like things are
Things have chilled a little bit.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so yesterday, I mean, it was when we discovered that, you know, Iran had tried to, in quotes, retaliate against the U.S. Against U.S. interests in the Middle East. But what they tried to do also is, I think they also calculated the risks. And so they sent out a couple of bombs, a couple of missiles over the border into Iraq. But they deliberately struck areas where there was no one. So nobody died in the missile strikes.
So they say that's the point, deliberately.
So they did it deliberately. So, but what they were also trying to do was send a message to the US that look, we have the capability to launch missiles from our country into another country. Don't try us, kind of thing. But it was also a diplomatic move.
Yeah, very.
So that, you know, because Trump also then came out yesterday and said, well, okay, so we saw that Iran looks like they're going to de-escalate, so we're not going to make any moves either. So now things have.
And there's some people in Iran, they're like, okay, so we've responded and we're okay.
Exactly.
So it's like they're trying to pacify the people, like, hey, calm down.
Yeah.
We've done this thing.
We've done something.
Let's just, then Trump just, some more sanctions, according to him. And all that, but
so everything is calm, a bit calm now. And also, the good thing for Iran is that they control the media 100% in their country. So they can tell the people what they like. So because what they're saying now is that, oh, we've struck back, don't worry. You know that,
but in truth, they didn't.
But outside, if you live outside the country, you know that they didn't really strike back.
I'm telling you. So I was talking with a friend this was last night, and he was like, so we're just saying, like, so you see, there's a lot we don't know. You see, everybody has become a war expert in the past 1 week.
Exactly, yeah.
Everybody I know. So people that have never fought street fight, or they don't even fought family fight and succeeded. You know, family. But they've got expert. See, if you know, 20 bombs, it's in. But hey, come on, well, it's cool that it's de-escalated.
Exactly. Look, diplomacy.
There's so much that happens behind the scenes that nobody even knows. There's some meetings that would have happened.
Exactly.
You don't even know whether Trump flew there and flew back without anybody knowing. I'm just saying. There are a lot of people just making assumptions here because that hashtag World War III was not funny at all. When I saw that, it freaked me out because even in our history segment, we saw just images, videos of what happened in World War II. Do you know what it could mean? You know, so people were, of course, afraid, and then fear does, make people think the worst of every situation. But thankfully, it's de-escalating a little, and hopefully it'll stay that way.
So we've heard of Brexit. Something else is trending. It's called Megxit.
I didn't even get it.
Who did that?
Wow, on the lighter note.
Megxit is trending. So that's Meghan Merkel. She entered the family, scattered things. Scattered things, and now she's taking off. So, you know.
Kate is trending, Royal is trending, Meghan is trending, Prince Harry is trending.
My own is you can't eat your cake and have it.
I don't get.
You can't enter royal family and still now want to go back. You can't.
You can't. That's the thing. That's what Meghan is showing people. And I totally support her and Harry. They are like team. Live your life. Live your life on your terms. Live your life on your terms. Don't live your life the way your family wants it to be, or the way your ancestors have put it. If you're the person that's going to break the cycle because it works for you, break the cycle.
Okay, so can I ask a question? So they get to Canada, wherever it is that they go. Then after 2 years, they now discover that actually we can't really live together. I don't really like you anymore.
They decide to break up.
What happens to Prince Harry?
But why are you all thinking negative?
No. Please, this is reality.
No, that's the thing. This is reality.
She's divorced him. She's divorced somebody before. Who's to say she can't just make that decision again?
Very true.
In my savage mode, I'll just say, please, as you see who she divorced and who she's married to.
No, please.
Hello, sis.
He hasn't got the crown anymore.
If he's disinherited, he doesn't have money like that.
Yeah, but I think now look at when she was married to the, director and being married to Harry now. There's like a huge difference. It's more like she's very I won't say she was not self-aware then, but now she's a mom now, and she's had her career. She's had a great point in her career, and now she's made choices that have worked for her. So I think her and Harry are like minds, and they know exactly what they want to do as a couple.
It's fine.
I don't see them.
I feel like she knows exactly what she wants to do. But Harry is floating.
Wow.
That's my
Yomi is speaking my mind.
That's my
Mike, please be on my
it's still
side.
conjecture, and we're still feeling.
We're still
feeling, right?
Say that word again. Incandescent with rage. Do you know what it is for the queen to be angry?
Okay,
I'm
no,
sure
not
she's your cousin.
well, I'm only boss guy. Will you
Mama Charlie is not happy.
Will you cook beans?
She's almost as old as Mugabe, so she's on her way out.
Would the younger cook beans?
Not happy.
Like our elders say, she's at the night phase of her life. The sun is setting.
Do you understand how many powers she has?
Right, that's all we can take on our coffee juice this morning. We'll take a break now. We have a birthday shout out coming up right next.
me, for our very first performance for this morning, we have Oluwatobi Olamide Akinola, popularly known as Toby Dreams. Now, he is an upcoming Afro-pop artist who blends his indigenous languages like Yoruba and Pidgin to create a unique blend of music. He professionally launched into the music scene in 2018, and he will be performing the song Sumobi. Hello. Also, before we came live, you told me you started in 2010, but got professional 2018. Now, how has the journey been for you?
It hasn't been easy, definitely, but I've been coping, sha.
You've been coping. Okay, so tell us a bit about Sumobi. What inspired Sumobi?
Okay. Sumobi is a love song.
Oh, okay.
But a different kind of love song.
Okay.
You know, most guys or most artists sing about, okay, I'll buy you Ferrari, I'll buy you Bugatti, take you to
What are you
Dubai.
buying
And
for us?
love.
Just love.
That's what I got.
So
babe.
who is the girl that inspired this song?
Actually, she came in my dreams.
In your dream. But now you're awake.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to let you serenade us with this girl of your dreams.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Kó tó fẹ́ mi bèbí o, kó tó fẹ́ mi bèbí súnmọ́ bí. Kò dìgbà tí n bá ra Bugatti. Kó tó fẹ́ mi bèbí o, súnmọ́ bí. Kò dìgbà tí n bá ra Bugatti. Kó tó fẹ́ mi bèbí o.
It's still the #1 breakfast show on television, and we are here, right here, to bring you some amazing food, great personalities, and whatever more you need on the show.
Don't forget music. Music is part of that as well.
Yeah, music.
Music early in the morning, live music most of the time.
Yeah.
It's an hour gone by already and another hour and 45 minutes to go. So much more to come.
Yeah, remember the time every single day when we start, it's 6 a.m. from Monday to Friday.
Yeah.
My name is Yomi Olope.
And I'm Titila Oyinson. We're live streaming right now online. That's TVC Entertainment.tv. And on Facebook, we're streaming as well at TVC Connect.
Yeah, send in your comments across the social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC.
So Android phones, iOS devices, no matter what you're using, you can always have our app right there that you can click and, of course, watch us from anywhere in the world.
In the building this morning, we're going to be having a chef joining us. She's not here yet, but I think Tokpa is in the kitchen.
Yeah, she's anticipating the chef's arrival.
Yes.
Yeah, the chef is around the corner, I think, so he's going to be joining us.
Yes, the chef is around the corner, but I can't wait for Titi to come and be in this kitchen this
Wow.
morning. Yes, it's
I'm
all
in the
about
kitchen today.
Oh,
Titi
this is
day.
in the kitchen
It's
today.
Titi
Oh,
kitchen
okay,
day.
right. Okay, so cool.
Okay, so
very nice.
when it comes to kitchen segments, it just makes me so hungry, and I always feel like nibbling everything. So you guys, I talk about, you can always help me out.
Nope.
Just stay there for
2020.
today. I'm supposed to be
Run
fasting.
your race. Oh wow, I think you wanted to eat
I'm
cake.
supposed to be fasting.
Oh,
Well,
you
it's
are?
fine. It's fine.
Anyway, we start the show with this part of the show with a book chat. And joining us to talk about her book is Stella, My Stella 1 in a Million. And the author is Dr. Sam Loco-Smith.
The expert, and in fact, it's going to be a really interesting tech segment today, especially when we have guests on the segment. When it comes to business development, everything you need for this particular segment will be brought to you by Confidence Stavely, who's our guest today.
Yeah, and Whitestone's Cultural Ambassadors is joining us. This is a theater company. They'll be dazzling us with a drum performance act.
international songwriter and R&B soul musician and producer Sugar will be here. But we also have an art display happening today. Fumi Okpanubi, who impacts her world through her inspirational pieces, is going to be here very, very soon.
Finally, it's a packed show. We have actor and social media influencer who rose to prominence after the recently concluded Big Brother Naija. Esther Agumbiade is joining us.
All right. So 1 hour gone by already, sharp, just like that. And it has been feeling very fast this year. It feels like the year is zooming by. We've already done over a week.
Over a week?
Yeah, yesterday was like the first week completed. And a lot of phone calls I made, people were in meetings. Like strategy meetings, brainstorming meetings. I don't know.
is that time of the year when a lot of planning happens, a lot of budgeting as well. Even I've been doing a lot of that, as, you know, just planning, making sure that you set all your ducks in a row before things begin to heat up close to the end of the month and in February. So that's important.
And the inspirational posts and quotes are still going up.
No, but they've come down.
Really? They've come down?
They've reduced drastically. Yeah, I mean, last week it felt like a lot of pressure. Like everybody just wanted to inspire, everybody wanted to motivate. It was like, yo, people, take it easy.
You don't feel like maybe you've been doing something wrong.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I saw a video yesterday, a friend of mine shared on Instagram, and she was talking about this whole 2020 vibe and the goals and all. And she said, a lot of you, she's like, I'm not against you having your goals and visions. She's like, have it and start working on it, but also remember to breathe. And just remember that no pressure, because I honestly was feeling under a lot of pressure last week with the whole motivation and the inspire. And I'm just like, hey, we talk about old. Don't miss out on this 2020.
Exactly. It's as if when people rise, as if, man, like that 2020, it's like I've already failed already.
Honestly.
Like 2020 has just started.
If you didn't plan in June 2019, you have missed out.
There was a post I saw that said, think outside the box. It says your boss pays you 30K a month, right? And you assume that if you save everything, maybe in 36 months, you have like 1 million. So that's like 3 years. Like, so as it, so.
If you save everything.
Yeah, if you save everything. So it's just trying to encourage people.
To save or to save everything they earn? And
that's the
How
thing.
do you even transport yourself to work?
Maybe, exactly. So think about it. It's just, well, hey, you never know. Breathe. We have the news update coming next. Ibrahim, it's all yours.
Right, thank you, Titi. Governor of Edo State has instructed the relevant ministries to commence prosecution of all local government chairmen relieved of their offices for embezzling council funds. Governor Godwin Obaseki was speaking while swearing in a new chairman for Esther West local government area, Ruth Osaha, at the government house on Wednesday. The governor described the local government as the most urbanized in the state with an ever-growing demographic and economic activities, but expressed concern over its inability to pay workers' salaries. The former chairman of the council, Patrick Aguinede, was removed from office on account of an alleged gross mismanagement of public funds. The Federal Road Safety Corps has confirmed the death of 12 persons in a road accident in Kano State. According to the agency, the incident occurred due to speed violations by 2 commercial vehicles on Woodil Gaya Road. 26 other persons were injured and are now receiving treatment in hospital. The bodies of the dead have been deposited at the mortuary. A chieftain of the All Progressives Congress in Ondo State has regained his freedom after spending 4 days in his abductor's den. James Ajulo was kidnapped at Akungba Akoko in Akoko Southwest local government area of Ondo State. His kidnappers had earlier demanded 10 million naira ransom, but we cannot confirm if the money was paid before his release. And outside Nigeria, Iran says it will not hand over black box flight recorders recovered from a plane that crashed with 176 people on board to manufacturer Boeing or the United States. The Ukrainian Boeing 737-800 went down just minutes after taking off from Tehran's airport, leaving no survivors. Under global aviation rules, Iran has the right to lead the investigation, but manufacturers are typically involved, and experts say few countries are capable of analyzing black boxes. Iran says the incident will be investigated in collaboration with Ukraine. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex have announced they will step back as senior royals and work to become financially independent. In a statement, Prince Harry and Meghan also said they plan to split their time between the UK and North America. Investigations have revealed that Prince Harry and Meghan did not consult any member of the royal family about their decision. Buckingham Palace is disappointed, and senior members of the family are hurt as a result of the news. Last October, Prince Harry and Meghan publicly revealed their struggles under the media spotlight. In their unexpected statement on Wednesday, also posted on their Instagram page, the couple said they made the decision after many months of reflection and internal discussions. They say they will continue to fully support Her Majesty the Queen. At least 3 persons have been killed in a bomb blast in Somalia's capital, Mogadishu, an attack already claimed by militant group Al-Shabaab. In a statement, Al-Shabaab says the attack shows that the government has not fully secured Mogadishu's major areas. The attack appears to be part of an intensified campaign in the past 2 weeks by the group in Somalia and Kenya, which have porous borders. And as the news update for this hour, stay tuned for the weather.
I'm going to be having a tasty paradise experience, hopefully.
Yes, definitely.
So introduce yourself, Chef.
Okay, my name is Chef T of Tasty Paradise.
Chef T, that's all,
Yes.
just T. That's all we need to know. I know all that. Tasty Paradise. Chef Tasty Paradise.
Yeah.
And she's in the building for the first time. There's something Yomi always says. New chefs are always very generous on the show. We always have a very tasty experience with them. But as quickly as possible, you need to tell us what we're making today.
Okay, today I'm making for you jollof pasta, and I'm using fusilli.
Okay.
It's a particular shape of pasta. Okay. Then I'm also making a chicken vegetable stir fry to go with it.
Okay. So you come to this side, so
Okay.
you can tell us all these ingredients on that corner there.
Okay. All right then.
You can just point to them and you don't have to lift them up. Yeah, just point to them. Yeah?
Here is the fusilli pasta. And here I have Parmesan cheese, onions, leek, broccoli, eggplant, mushroom. These are, and zucchini, carrots, spring onions, basil, and red cabbage. These are vegetables for the stir fry. And here I have the chicken.
All right.
So this chicken is actually supposed to be shredded.
Okay.
So preferably you're supposed to get the chicken breast.
Okay.
But there was no chicken breast, so I had to do this. Then you can always get any softer part of the chicken just to shred it.
All right. Yeah. Beautiful. So let me take those ingredients one more time.
Okay.
You mentioned that this is
leek.
Leek?
Yes.
Leek is it from Nigeria? No.
Yes.
Is
It's actually very scarce.
That's why I was like, leeks.
Yes.
I've not seen that in a very long time.
Yeah.
Then you have here your broccoli,
yeah.
garlic, ginger, cheese.
Yeah,
What type of cheese is
this? This is Parmesan cheese.
Parmesan, that's the type they sprinkle over the pasta.
Yes.
Beautiful,
Perfect.
beautiful. There are a lot of liquids here. Can I take them one by one?
Yes, please.
Okay, so which is this?
This is oyster sauce.
Oyster sauce?
Yes.
And then we have
the soy sauce here.
soy sauce.
We have the granite oil or vegetable oil.
There's
any
another type
oil.
of oil here.
Yes, this is a sesame oil.
Okay, sesame oil.
It has this Chinese, Italian.
So
kind
the
of-
cabbage that I used to eat in my house is not this color.
That is a
explain.
red cabbage. It's actually, it's a red cabbage. It's not produced like we don't get in Nigeria here, so it's a little bit more expensive than the usual one we see around. But because of the color and everything, makes food more nice. And for me, I feel when we say tasty paradise, I'm always concerned with colors and.
All right. I can see, we can see, trust me, we can see that there's a lot of work that's going to be done here. It's going to be a very colorful meal, and we can't wait to see what Chef T is going to come up with this morning. But, you know, we have to move on with the show now. I can already hear some music. But let's take a quick break, and we'll be back. Welcome back. It's time for us to take our book chat segment. And today we have a very special author in the studio. Dr. Sam Loco-Smith holds a PhD in mass communications and a postgraduate degree in public relations and advertising from the Institute of Journalism. He's the author of the book that's in my hands right now, My Stella, One in a Million, a true life story of Dr. Stella Smith. You're very welcome to the studio, sir.
Thank you.
So my first impression was, wow, an autobiography by of a wife from a husband. And I felt really attached to it almost immediately. But I have to say, what made you make that decision to put pen to paper about your wife?
Thank you. We met September 19, 1992.
1992?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this year will make us 28 years.
Congratulations in advance.
We didn't stay long. I don't believe in long courtship. I saw her in April, and by September 19, that was it.
Wow. Wow.
We waited for 13 years. But I noticed something about her. The mother did not joke with her.
Okay.
And she lost her father when she was about a year, and the mother did not remarry. And that strong, watertight relationship with the mother. And I want to say here that for you to have a successful marriage, you must marry 3 wives at the same time.
Okay. 3?
Yes.
Who are the 3 members?
Your first wife.
Okay.
The second wife is your mother-in-law.
Okay.
The third one is your own mother. And maybe the fourth one, your sisters.
Okay, all right.
So I noticed some special things about her. Her closeness to God, commitment to a blessing to humanity. And she has done so much in her own area of discipline, that is medical.
I was going to actually go there. It says here in the foreword, it says very few women break through the glass ceiling of their careers. And of course, in many cases, even when they do break through, they're rarely acknowledged by society. So she succeeded in her area. Could you tell us a bit about her area of research?
She's a scientific researcher, medical microbiology. She has over 154 scientific publications.
154 publications?
154, wow. Over 154. She's extremely hardworking. She has gotten a lot of grants, and she has sent a lot of people to Germany, DFG grant. And she has brought in a lot of infrastructural funds to the institute in terms of her administrative charges. But despite what she has done to humanity, to the institute, she was so disliked, gossiped, maligned, backstabbed, victimized, intimidated, ridiculed. And in 2019, that is last year, for the first time, she told me that she regretted coming back to Nigeria. So I said, why? She said the challenges, the onslaught against her was so heavy. She would have been killed.
Wow.
So when I looked at it, I said, if I don't document some of the things she has done, somebody could come up tomorrow and say, it never happened.
She went into biomedical research, so as a microbiologist. But you said she wanted to study medicine, but she ended up in doing research in that area. But I wanted to key into your saying that you waited for 13 years. You waited 13 years to have a child.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, this 13 years must have been quite a trying period for you both.
Yes, it was, but we looked unto God. We did not jump from one place to the other.
Okay.
We worship at TREM, the Regional Evangelical Mission. We believe in the Word of God. We tried IVF, it failed. But we still believe that God answers prayer. There was no fight. One of the things I don't have in my house is a boxing ring.
Wow.
I don't have a wrestling ring, but we have a good love in the house. So we waited until that day when God answered the prayer.
I have to say, you know, it's one thing to have an adoring admiration for your wife, but it's another thing to say you're publishing a book. Was the goal for, okay, so who were you writing it for? Were you writing it just for her, or is there?
I decided to write it to show her a different form of appreciation.
Okay.
To appreciate women. To let a woman or any other woman, husband, man, know that you don't joke with a wife. You don't joke with a woman. If you remove women in this world, the world will come to an end.
I have to say thank you so much, Doctor, for coming to talk to us about this particular piece. My Stella, 1 in a million. When it comes to microbiologists, she is one of the foremost females in the field and has had to battle in a mostly male-dominated field and has come out on top. Thank you so much for sharing with us today. We have quite a bit still to come on the show. We're heading to the garden.
Well, we're out here already, and I'm here out in the garden here with the Whitestone Culture Ambassadors. And these guys are very, very special. I'm seeing something really, really good here. The setup is absolutely amazing, full of culture, and you guys are ambassadors, really, to our country. Now I have here Tyre Sam, who is, well, like the spokesman for the group, or the leader of the group. I can call you the leader
of the group.
Okay, you're the director of the group.
Yes.
So talk to us about this group and what you guys do.
This is Whitestone Culture Ambassador, a Tutu theater company. We're into drama, live drama, workshops, seminars, events, film production, and so on and so forth.
Wow, okay. And you know, you've been doing this for a few years, obviously.
Yes.
And the acceptance, you know, I like that you put cultural ambassadors in your name, because that's almost like you are exporting culture all around the world from here, right here in Nigeria.
Sure.
Now, your sets, for instance, the set you're going to do for us this morning, what's it called?
It's a drum ensemble. That's the fusion of African drums, Nigerian drums, rhythms, and percussions with the professional drummers.
Yeah. Now, this is not the normal drum that you would see when you go to the market. So these ones look like specialized kinds of drums. The way you've created them for special purposes.
Yeah, for this kind of drums, I think we adapted some Benin drums and Badagry drums. So like Sato, the taller Badagry,
ones,
make it smaller so that we can really make use of it for ensemble.
Very nice, very nice, very nice. Okay, so I'm going to step out of the way now so that you can display some of that cultural ambience and color for us this morning. All right, guys.
Ready.
All right, thank you for staying with us. And we are on to Tech Thursday. You know how we do it, where we have our tech discussion. Now today, we have making her debut on the show, Confidence Stavely. She's an information technology expert and a cybersecurity thought leader. She's also an ethical hacker. Whenever people hear that thing, they get a bit hacking. Okay? Again. With over decades worth of experience in technology and business. Thank you for joining us today. Just very fast, who's an ethical hacker?
Okay, so an ethical hacker is the opposite of the bad guys. So the ethical hackers help you protect your business and protect your infrastructure by taking the tools of hackers to protect you and the knowledge of the skill. So the thing is, the bad guys have certain tools that are used to harm people or to steal information. So you take that and use it against them by putting the protective measures in place. Wonderful. Yeah. I like that. So I hope you understood that, what ethical hacker is. All right, but today we're talking about 5 tips to stay safe on the internet in 2020. Right? We know there's been different, people's social media accounts are being hacked, people online are being hacked and all that. Internet security is not something that we can overemphasize. So let's get straight to it. What are the tips to stay safe on the internet in 2020? Okay, my first tip would be to have a strong and unique password per platform. So what is a strong password? A strong password should be at least 8 characters. I would say 12. It should include upper and lowercase alphabets. It should include letters and it should include symbols. Now, you would say that's too difficult to remember, right? It is. So it's a very easy way I do it. Again, I'm putting myself out here because I'm very practical. It's not possible. It's not humanly possible to have these different passwords so complex and have them across multiple platforms. So you have Facebook, you have your emails, and all of those platforms you use to have one password per platform, one password per platform. You can only do that using what is called a password manager. So there are free password managers, and you would think of a password manager, I'd like you to think of a password manager as a vault. So it's somewhere you store your passwords that's secure. So instead of saying you write it down somewhere or you try to memorize it, you just have a place where it's secure to put your passwords. So the only thing you have to remember is your master password, which is the password to the password vault. The password manager, is it web-based or app-based, or is it something you can use offline? How does it work? It's app-based. So I have one on my phone, for example. I have one on my computer. So I can always, and my passwords sync across. So when I'm using Facebook on my computer, I can also access my password when I'm logging in on my phone because it's also stored on my phone, but securely. And it's only one password I have to remember. Yes. Which is the one to the password manager. Yes. And with that, I tell a story. We would go into that. I'm sure you're going to have me come back, yeah?
Definitely.
High five. Sure. So we're going to come back, and then we're going to talk about how to make that very strong password that you use a story. So it's easy for you to remember. I have a lot of tips around that are very practical.
All right, okay, so straight up from that, after managing a password, what's the next tip? What else do you do to keep safe on the internet?
What's better than one?
Two?
Not 2 passwords.
Okay, I was scared. Okay, 2 passwords scared.
Yeah, so you know how you have a business. Most business places have 2 doors. So you have one main door and you have a burglary proof, or you have a burglary proof and then the door. So why don't you have that for your online accounts? I'd like all of us to just, after watching this, turn on what is called multi-factor authentication. Multi-factor? I know 2-factor. This one, multi-factor is another name for 2-factor. Okay, really. So it's like the second level. What it is really is you have one level of sign-in and then you have another level of making sure that you are who you say you are. So now why this is very important is that your password could be stolen. It could be cracked. Many things will happen along the way. So someone can log in as you into any of your accounts. Think about it. Sometimes when you log into somewhere and you save your password mistakenly, and can you imagine it? Like, think about the possibilities. But if you have another way, which is a second level, so after putting your password and your username, you now have to put a code maybe sent on your phone, or you have to generate a code on your phone to log in finally, without which you will not have access. Then that has a new level of security, which makes it harder for the bad guys to get in. So I always say, you know, turn on 2-factor authentication everywhere possible, especially your social media accounts and your emails. And of course, generally the banks always make you do something. So it's very important that everywhere possible, you add an extra level, put a burglary proof really to your account. I like that. I like that. The net and the door might just not be enough. Wonderful. Number 2. Number 3. Okay, so number 3, I would say being very cautious about clicking links or downloading attachments in emails, even from people you know. So it's worse off if you don't know the person who sent it, but definitely even people you know, be very cautious. I receive phishing emails emails myself, and I received one that was very well put together. It was for an influencer. So guys, please be very careful. When you receive an email, just make a habit not to even click on the mail or click on the link in the mail. Rather, take the URL and type it by yourself on your web browser. So for example, if you say, they say, okay, click here to go to your bank, click here to go to your bank website. Rather, type out your bank's website. Yes,
exactly.
don't click on those, because they could use those mediums to infect your computing devices with malware. Basically, malware is like harmful piece of code, computing code. So it's very important that you do not click on links, or they could use it to steal your data, from credit card information, debit card information, to your password and login details. Just think about the possibilities. So don't click. Make a habit of not clicking on links in emails or downloading attachments.
If it's something from your bank and you're, you know, they've even gone so far as, there's a text I received from, it came in from, you know, when the messages, it came as though like from my bank, and it was lying there.
Exactly.
And I knew. So it came in like, say, for your bank, now you see there in the conversation. So it's like a thread.
It's like a thread, exactly.
You see there,
I've received some of those.
And I just knew at once, because they told me to call a number.
Yes.
And all of that. And then it happens with mails also.
Yes.
They put up a site that looks exactly like your bank site.
Yes, there are very technical ways of doing that. And to be very honest with you, they're getting progressive in how technical they are. So that's why, for example, they can deliver something like that, and it's in the same thread as the messages you've received in the past from your bank. I've received one from my network service provider. It was in the same thread as my network service provider. The only reason it flagged, it put a flag for me was I've actually never done this. So that was it. Another key thing to really note is, guys, as much as possible, do not connect to free Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is found to be flawed. Yes, so
that's what some people know.
like if you must do it, and I'll give you very typical examples where you're sort of pressured to connect to free Wi-Fi at the airport. You're traveling internationally, you need to get some mails, but think about it. If you know that a hacker can easily position themselves between you and the information, such that they receive every piece of information you send out, you would think about it more logically, in the sense of even your debit card information. If you were to do a payment online, your mails. Because the thing is, without getting too technical in the way these things work, if you're connected on the internet, you're transmitting information, and it can be, will I say, decrypted. It can be gotten off, like the real information you're sending can be gotten off, and it can be filtered to get sensitive information off that particular communication. So you should make sure that you do not connect to free Wi-Fi. But if you're under so much pressure to do that, make sure you use what's called a VPN. We're going to talk about that some other time.
We'll talk about that some other time. A VPN, that's a cool one. And what we use it to download torrents and all of that. But hey, there are also more legal uses of a VPN. So finally,
talk about downloading, guys. Ransomware is a big issue, so please don't download. Nothing is free in Freetown, even. Nothing is free on the internet. Some people have downloaded free software, and every day they've become victims of ransomware. What is a ransomware really? It's basically something that happens, and then all the files on your computer are encrypted, so you can't have access to them. They are locked. That's what it means. So, and lots of other risk it puts you and your organization, So don't download free software. Try to get the software, the paid version of the software, because there's something that's taking off you. It is making your computer part of a larger network of botnets that they can use. Yes. So you have, without getting too technical, basically that's what it would do. Many of them have that target as what they would do if you download those free softwares. They're doing something with you.
Wow. Like, man, she's blown my mind today, and thank you so much. There's been so much. I'll definitely make this video available on YouTube so that I can go back, calm down, and listen to what she said, because the way she was great.
There's so much to deliver.
Okay, so we'll still have you much more. We'll have some other things to talk about security. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you so much, Mike. It's so nice to hear.
Okay, so yeah, that's it. I hope you were able to free Wi-Fi. Just be careful. Some few things like that. Don't just be clicking anyhow. Let's head over to the kitchen. Of course, Titi, they said no free Wi-Fi. What do you think about that? Or be careful when you're connecting to free Wi-Fi. What do you think about that, Titi?
I think I need to update my VPN status right now, because there are always ways to avoid these things, and we'll be educating you eventually. Something else we're educating people on today is our meal for today, and we have Chef T from Tasty Paradise in the kitchen for us. And she's here for the first time. You know what that means. We're having a large meal. And the meal today is called, once again?
Jollof pasta and chicken vegetable stir fry.
Chicken vegetable stir fry. fantastic. The array of vegetables you have here is amazing. I'm not sure if you can get the shot now, but oh goodness, what? Oh wow, goodness me.
So you're going to help me. You want to help me?
Yeah, I'm going to help.
Let's put it here.
All right. So Mike, you know this was just an excuse for you to come to the kitchen. You know it was just you just wanted to come.
This
to
is
the
why
kitchen.
so wild. Why do you always catch me like this?
But thank you so much, Mike.
Okay, well, you know that, yeah, for someone to talk, it's not magic. There definitely has to be something to amplify what you're hearing. But hey, come on.
You know what? While Mike is getting acquainted with our chef, please check out our menu today.
Yeah, please check out the menu.
Our menu and list of ingredients is really interesting. We have jollof penne pasta, basil, garlic, seasoning, tomato sauce, granite oil, chopped onions, and of course, fuchili shaped pasta. It's not penne today, it's fuchili, and the finely blended pepper. All right. So you might not be getting any ransomware, but this kind of food can hold you to ransom.
Is there anything wrong with taking pasta like this?
I have. Look at all the colors. Look at this.
What's this, Titi?
This shredded chicken.
Shredded? Chickens are looking like fish. Very nice. Very making sense.
We're definitely learning
this.
something new today.
Like this.
Something we hardly ever get to see on air is mushrooms. That's chopped or diced mushrooms here. We have broccoli. Broccoli is amazing, very healthy. We also have
spring onions, leek, carrots.
Very beautiful.
Chef, you have packaging.
Broccoli. Broccoli. So look at all these sauces here. We have this one.
Oyster sauce.
Oyster sauce.
Soy sauce.
Soy sauce.
Vegetable oil. Sesame oil.
What about these spices here?
Yeah, here is oregano.
All right.
And black pepper or white pepper.
What's the first thing we need to do right now?
We need to parboil our pasta first.
So our fuchili, I'm acting as your sous chef right now.
Thank you.
You just go straight in.
Yeah.
What's in the hot water now? What's in there?
Actually, I put vegetable oil and salt. The vegetable oil is not to make it soggy, like stay together.
All right. So now that is parboiling, how long is that going to be there for?
For like 7 minutes.
7 minutes?
Yes.
Then you pour the water out?
Yes, you drain out the water.
Strain out the water. Okay, fantastic. So what's the next thing we're going to do? Because I can see you've chopped onions.
Yes, I will chop my garlic right now.
All right, go ahead. Please go ahead.
What's that thing that's looking like?
This one?
This is a Parmesan cheese.
It's looking like a B24.
Wow. B29, you mean?
Is it 29?
B29. Goodness me, Mike.
No, there are different types.
You've just shown everybody your age.
There are different types. There's 24, it's from 24 to 30.
Oh, no.
What is avocado?
Right.
What's this?
Zucchini.
Chef, you're vexing, no?
It's a species of cucumber. Yes, it's a type of cucumber.
So you're actually doing some things that this is the first time ever.
Yeah.
Like, this is the first time ever I'm seeing broccoli on the show here. So
well,
you're making
fresh
sense.
broccoli, yeah.
This is the first time.
But I'm really interested in how this is all going to turn out. And something else I'm really interested in is this cabbage.
Yeah.
I want to see how you chop it because I want to see the color of the inside of this cabbage.
Purple
All right,
cabbage.
just stay tuned. Yeah.
So I've seen this on TV. You crush the garlic instead of chopping it. Wow, nice. You know what? We're going to take another break, but of course, there's still so much more on Wake Up Nigeria. Wow, so over the last couple of days, we've had very interesting weather, you know, and the weather just seems to change back and forth.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's Hamatan wind, sometimes it feels like it's a monsoon, maybe it's about to rain, we don't know. But one thing that we know is not going to change is that we're always here. Yeah.
For your viewing pleasure, like, I don't know.
Rain or shine.
Rain or shine, we're here every single day, Monday to Friday for you. 3 hours of undiluted entertainment.
The last 45 minutes of the show is about to begin, and there's no time to waste. We need to get the show on the road. My name is Titilayo Onyesong.
And I'm Yomi Okwe. You can get online with us right now. Stream live at tvcentertainment.tv and on Facebook at TVC Connect.
Send in those comments. We can't wait to hear from you. How did you like our book chat segment? How did you like the tech segment?
The kitchen as well.
The kitchen is interesting.
Lots of activities going on there.
Tell us what you think. Use our hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC.
You can also download our mobile app both on the iOS store and the Android store. And this app allows you to watch us from anywhere in the world.
So we have international songwriter, R&B, soul musician, and music producer Sugar coming into the studio soon. Now, his latest melodies are really sweet.
I'm going to get a chance to see some artists play on the show today. Fumi Okpanubi, who imparts the world through her inspirational artworks, is here already.
Yes, indeed. Can't wait to see those. And finally, we have actor and social media influencer, someone who rose to prominence after the recently concluded Big Brother Naija peppered them. Esther Agumbiade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So arguably, the Big Brother phenomenon was the biggest phenomenon in Nigeria last year.
Yeah.
Online
news
with millions of tweets.
Yeah.
Apart from
with millions of tweets and electric engagement 24 hours a day.
It was
one of those things.
So, you know, people are still trying to think about how it happened. Studies, you know, everybody wants to study something. So sometimes, some things you just, it was crazy.
Yeah, it was massive.
crazy. I mean, it gets to a point whereby in weekends, the top trends, all the top trends.
Yeah.
All the top trends,
one housemate or something and all of that. So that's why the hustle to get into the thing is also so.
And even brands, the hustle for brands, because I mean, if you want to pass a message, and that your target demographic is say 16 to 30 years old, or 16 to 35, that's the best platform to put it on. I mean, and another argument is that it's going to be very expensive.
Yeah, and it was. Apparently, there were people throwing money at the company, you know, the producers, and they were still on a waiting list. So even if you had your money, there are people ahead of you who, you know, so
paid 2018.
Yeah.
Wow. You pay for next year,
yeah.
So, but yeah, that's also you know. There's this when you mentioned that there's this person who made, I don't know if any of you had seen Morgan Freeman's roundup of 2019.
Oh,
so he had a voiceover and he spoke about different things that happened. So and then Imagoli did something for Nigeria and all of that, mentioned the Big Brother and all of that.
Wow.
Yeah, Ima Ogoli.
Okay.
So he made mention of, you know, Big Brother and everything, and of course, like we said, right now with the Malians, which people are still not trying to understand how it happened. But you know,
interesting.
Malians out there, big shout out to you.
Yeah, my cousin in London yesterday told me that he was going for Malians concert in February.
Wow. In the UK or
in the UK.
Oh, okay.
And I'm just like, this guy has gone international.
You know
global
what?
now.
It's worldwide.
Worldwide.
We're going over to the
Just
news
make
now.
sure you wear a belt in the UK if you're good.
Ibrahim is on standby for us.
Now, welcome again to the news. Governor of Edo State has instructed the relevant ministries to commence prosecution of all local government chairmen relieved of their offices for embezzling council funds. Governor Godwin Obaseki was speaking while swearing in a new chairman for Eson West local government area, Ruth Osahan, at the government house on Wednesday. The governor described the local government as the most urbanized in the state with an ever-growing demographic and economic activities, but expressed concern over its inability to pay workers' salaries. The former chairman of the council, Patrick Aguinede, was removed from office on account of an alleged gross mismanagement of public funds. The Federal Road Safety Corps has confirmed the death of 12 persons in a road accident in Kano State. According to the agency, the incident occurred due to speed violations by 2 commercial vehicles on Woodhill Gaya Road. 26 other persons were injured and are now receiving treatment in hospitals. The bodies of the dead have been deposited at the mortuary. Also, a chieftain of the All Progressives Congress in Ondo State has regained his freedom after spending 4 days in his abductor's den. James Ajulo was kidnapped at Akungba Akoko in Akoko West, Southwest local government area of Ondo State. His kidnappers had earlier demanded 10 million naira ransom, but we cannot confirm if the money was paid before his release. And outside Nigeria, Iran says it will not hand over black box flight recorders recovered from a plane that crashed with 176 people on board to manufacturer Boeing or to the U.S. The Ukrainian Boeing 737-800 went down just minutes after taking off from Tehran's airport, leaving no survivors. Under global aviation rules, Iran has the right to lead the investigation, but manufacturers are typically involved in experts say few countries are capable of analyzing black boxes. Iran says the incident will be investigated in collaboration with Ukraine. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex have announced they will step back as senior royals and work to become financially independent. In a statement, Prince Harry and Meghan also said they plan to split their time between the UK and North America. Investigations have revealed that Prince Harry and Meghan did not consult any member of the royal family about their decision. Buckingham Palace is disappointed and senior members of the family are hurt as a result of the news. Last October, Prince Harry and Meghan publicly reviewed their struggles under the media spotlight. In their unexpected statement on Wednesday, also posted on their Instagram page, the couple said they made the decision after many months of reflection and internal discussions. They say they will continue to fully support Her Majesty, the Queen. At least 3 persons have been killed in a bomb blast in Somalia's capital, Mogadishu, an attack already claimed by militant group Al-Shabaab. In a statement, Al-Shabaab says the attack shows the government has not fully secured Mogadishu's major areas. The attack appears to be part of an intensified campaign in the past 2 weeks by the group in Somalia and Kenya, which have porous borders. And that's it on the news. Sports.
Welcome back. Sugar is an international songwriter, R&B soul musician. He's also a music producer, someone very versatile in his style of music, and it flows from R&B to soul. Now, I'm so interested in hearing about your songwriting. Please use the mic. Yeah, your songwriting. So you write songs from scratch?
Oh, yes, from A to Z.
All right, so when did this start for you?
I started writing when I was, I think when I was 12.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, we actually grew up in a music family. So my dad was more or less like a choir master. So it was practically in the family. So the skills just came. It wasn't something I learned. You know, it came and hey, this is me writing songs.
So did you start out writing gospel music or what did you start writing?
Well, because, you know, a whole lot of us started from a church. You know, and well, maybe I was one of the naughty ones then back then. So I like to listen to a lot of Michael Jackson, Boyz II Men, Brian McKnight and stuff. So I didn't write gospel songs. So it was more or less like love songs because I like everything love. So it's just it's all about love. So I wrote a lot of love songs.
So to write love songs, you need to connect. You know, you have to have some emotional connection that you're working with. Did you have someone you had as a muse?
At 12 years old, no.
No.
No. Basically, what happens is that it's one of God's given talent that I had.
Okay.
You know, all I need is just listen to the music and it comes.
All right.
You know, so it's just lyrics that comes.
All right then. Yeah. Now I know that you also anchor what they call karaoke events.
Yes.
So karaoke is quite a big thing in Nigeria.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
So I know that hearing you perform now is because you've watched hundreds of people perform at karaoke night.
Oh yes.
And you're gonna hold this microphone like it's one of those days at the karaoke bar. Okay. So what are we performing today?
I'm going to be performing my own song. I wrote the song myself. It's recorded, so but I just want to perform that. And,
all right then.
Let's see how it goes.
Sugar, taking the stage.
Welcome Welcome to the garden, people. I have the very creative Fumi with me. Like, she was just telling me that she did this, and I just feel like, where was I when they were sharing talent? I thought I was talented till I saw someone that could do this. Good to have you here.
Thank you very much.
So let's just delve right into it.
Okay.
How did you, let me just put this here.
Okay.
How did you actually achieve this for starters?
Okay. Before I was able to get this done professionally, I had to brush myself up.
Yeah, because
when
I
it
remember
comes
you
to art.
said you did.
I never studied. No,
you didn't study it
I
at
didn't
all.
study art at all.
Okay.
And I just have the passion of colors and being creative, designing and coloring and all that.
Okay.
And actually work then when my daddy was alive, you know, of blessed memory.
So.
Yes, amen. When I finished in the University of London Metropolitan, he called me over and said, well, Fumi, you're coming over to Nigeria to take over the family business.
Oh, what's family business?
Ereke paints. We make paints. We produce paints. Decorative paints like the emulsion, the gloss, the texture and all that. And I thought twice about it. And I said, well, I can always, do it and see how it goes, you know.
Yeah.
And that was how I came to Nigeria in 2003. And, and I was made the general manager of Ereke Paints.
Okay.
And from then on, you know, I had a feel in my spirit that there was something missing. I wanted to do more.
Yeah.
So I told my dad, I said, Dad, I would love to go into art and all that.
Yeah.
My daddy wasn't sure about what I really wanted to do. In Yoruba, he said, Shele yo to. But when I went to meet my art mentor, who is his name is Funsho Mojola, and I told him about the mentality my dad had about this. And he said, don't worry, I know what you'll do. Yeah. And he brushed me up. And each time I did a piece of work, I would take it home. Yeah. And when my daddy saw it, he would fall in love with it. He said, wow, this is beautiful. This will go really nice on the hallway and all that. In my mind, I'm like, is this the same dad? And so he encouraged me. Yeah. So sometimes when I'm less busy in the office, daddy will say, is it not time for you to go? And I felt encouraged. And that was how I was able to have my very first exhibition in 2013 at the company office. We used the environment there to display it.
Okay, so and now you're the one, you did all of this?
I did all this, yes.
Oh, wow. So this, when did you do this?
I did this, I think, sometime in 2015.
2015.
Yes.
Now, what inspired this design?
It's colors, as I said earlier on. I love colors.
Take your brush and you just.
Yes. So this is like coloring your wall beautiful.
Yes.
With different colors.
This breaks your wall and
all. So you can see the spiral designs and strokes and all that there.
And so let me see. So you use your dad's paint as well as other things, or you just use
it's a combination because I'm more of like an abstract painter.
Okay.
I don't just do colors. I also work with what's it called? Recyclable items.
Oh, okay,
yes,
good.
I work with Ankara crafts and all that.
So you're just very creative with the colors.
Yes.
Great.
Like this pot now.
Yes, let's look at the pot.
Okay. The Ankara pot.
Yes.
It's wrapped with Ankara material.
Yeah.
And also these Ankara pots as well.
Oh, this is, nice.
Yes.
So it's just like a normal pot, but then you now wrapped it.
Exactly.
So it's really just let's say the extra touch. That's what you do. You put.
Yes. I wanted something different.
Oh, this is different.
Exactly.
I wouldn't think of this. And then this, yes. So you also did the putting of the Ankara on this. Oh,
yes,
wow.
I can use different fabrics, not just Ankara.
No, Ankara,
like some of these materials are like Ashoke material.
Yes.
And then material we use in covering the upholstery, like settees and all that.
Yes.
It's a combination.
Like one of that.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
You know.
And then now this got my attention immediately I came here because I'm all for coats.
Yes.
Now, did you come up with this yourself?
I did. What inspired me about art is that there are ways you can communicate without even speaking.
True.
You do understand?
Yeah.
And I'm more of like an inspirational person, and I love to motivate people.
Yeah.
For example, I used to have the fear of driving here in Nigeria.
I can imagine.
You can imagine living over there and coming to Nigeria.
Here,
So all those danfos and okadas and all that used to frighten me. So I had this mindset that I would never drive here.
Oh, wow.
You know. And then later on, with time, somebody just encouraged me. If a 16-year-old can drive, then you should be able to do it. So I looked for inspiration quotes on fear.
Okay.
And the more I read those inspirational quotes, the more
actually got better.
I got better because it's almost like a Bible. The more you read, you get more confidence and all that. So I now say, okay, why don't I pass a positive message across to people in different ways? even if, because not everybody can understand the language of painting arts and all that.
Yeah.
So I decided to pick inspirational quotes, you know,
okay.
that when you read it, if you're feeling down or having a negative mindset,
Yeah.
read something like this and then you get inspired and it brightens your soul.
Yeah.
So I'm more of a happy person because I love people to be happy around me.
Yeah.
So colors do make you happy. Words are powerful and they do make you happier as
now,
well.
for the benefits of viewers at home, like I was talking to my producer and I said, I'm not someone who is really into art.
Okay.
So now how can you help us grow our interest in art?
We have a very rich culture here in Nigeria.
You know what? Now, if you want to learn more about this, you need to follow follow us on social media. Use the hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC. Ask Fumi, and I'm sure she will give you all you need to know on how to build your interest in art. We'll be going on a break, and there's so much more. You do not want to go anywhere.
Welcome back. I'm sure lots of you guys have been waiting for this moment. Actor and social media influencer who rose to prominence after the recently concluded Big Brother Nigeria television show. And she's a certified lawyer, actually.
She is now, but she's looking at dedicating more of her time to acting and Nollywood. Esther Agumbiade is in the house. It is great to have you. You are welcome.
It's nice to be here. Thank
you
you
look
so
like
much.
you're very gentle this morning. Are you actually really
morning thing.
Okay, so morning
I'm not a
thing,
morning person at all.
You're not a morning person.
No, I'm not.
You know, we're talking early and all of that, but just before we talk about how life has been for you after Big Brother, let's just very, very fast summarize your experience in the Big Brother house. What lessons did you learn? What did you take away from it?
Well, I feel like the Big Brother experience is like behind me. I mean, but I learned to understand people more, tolerate people more, and people have, I mean, I've always known that people would always have different opinions and perceptions of things, but and trying to argue with them on that. And I think one major thing I learned is sometimes you just need to let people live with their opinion or their perception of how they see something. There's no point arguing with someone that is not going to see your point of view.
Yeah. Anyway, I mean, it's a few months after the Big Brother house, and now you're doing everything. Yeah. So now you're doing. Are you doing everything you've always wanted to do now, or is there still so much more that you hope to achieve?
I'm grateful for where I am now. I mean, looking back last year, January, I never thought that I'll come this far. So I'm really grateful to God. Thank you.
So there's been like a is it a 360 turnaround by comparison to last year? Because now you're a big name,
exactly,
over 500,000 followers on Instagram and all of that.
We're not really defined by our social media followers.
You managed to stay clean, in quote, and I know, has there been some sort of pressure for you to try to remain relevant in the news? You know,
No.
because we've seen that people would want, like people that, okay, a scandal out there, say something that people would want to talk about and all of that. How do you deal with stuff like that? Like people telling you, so do something now, get out there, because you seem like you're just very calm.
Okay, I come from a very conservative family, so I think that's just been a point that all my life I like to just, you know.
How did that
keep
family
it
feel
clean.
when you got to the Big Brother?
I mean, I told my parents, because that's the kind of parents I have. Parents that can tell anything. And they're not too keen on it, but I mean, my dad was like, I'm an adult. He can't make my decisions for me.
Ooh.
Yeah. So
That's a supportive
That
guy.
is,
That's really good.
That's
Now,
very cool.
you have a number of acting projects that you've been involved in, and some that you're going into. Do you want to talk to us about some of them?
I want to keep your fingers crossed.
Okay, for your own personal projects. But how the movie projects that you've been on, you can talk about those.
Well, there's this one. I don't think it's out yet. I think it was about like a musical. I just had like a very brief role in it.
Okay.
So
but
yeah.
now, as a lawyer and all of that now, is there any way you want to fully do entertainment now, right?
Yes.
You're fully into entertainment. Has there been anybody, like your parents and all of that, trying to say that, okay, would you ever want to go back into the legal line or do
Yeah,
something
a lot of
around
people.
it?
A lot of people ask me that. The legal profession is very dear to my heart, but I mean,
But
acting it's a passion. Sometimes you need to just follow your passion so you get a sense of fulfillment.
That's
what it is. I'll always have my law degree. 10 years from now, I could still go back to the legal profession. I mean, I've lost a lot of head start, because of the timing, but I have a good head on my shoulder, so I could catch
Did you
up
ever
if
get
I
to
want.
practice?
Yes, I did for 2 years after I got called. Yes.
What was the experience like? Talk to us about practicing.
The legal profession is not what it seems on the outside.
Exactly. That's just do some clarification for us.
A lot of things that
A lot of pressure on young lawyers. I feel like they do a lot of work and they're not really compensated well for it.
young lawyers.
Yes, but people say that's the way exactly. People say that's the way the world works, but it's different if you are paying your dues or if you're just living barely.
So now, I know that you've said more than once that there were certain things that you thought would happen after the Big Brother house that haven't happened yet. Are you still hoping that they would happen in 2020?
Oh, I know for sure that they will happen in 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Now, I know that on your social media pages, there's always action there. Is that somewhere where you feel that you want to express yourself in the way you can, and your fans who are always looking for something that's going on with you?
Yes, I believe that, it doesn't matter the amount of following, but your social media pages is like a reflection of who you are inside. So whatever we see there shows or tells us who you are. Except you're deceiving us.
Are you okay putting stuff about your personal life out there?
I do put stuff
Okay,
about
so
my
we're
personal
seeing videos. Okay, that's you on the screen there, just giving us some of that Queen
that fine
Esther
girl?
flavor.
Who's that fine girl? Jeez.
Hello.
That's some narcissism there, eh? Let's talk about relationships. How has it been? Male fans, how do you deal with attention from male fans, your relationship status and all of that? Yeah, just give us a bit of insight.
Before the house, I was dealing with attention from.
But now it will increase now.
Still the same way.
How do you deal with it?
I try to be as polite as possible. That's it. And there's just some conversations you do not want to have, and so I would not have it. I will not pretend. If I'm not interested in having a conversation with you, I would not have a conversation with you. If I'm not interested in giving you my number, I won't give you. Or I could give you and then I'll never pick your call or I'll block you.
So what's that thing? People see Esther, either on social media or on TV like this, and they feel like they want to be close to you. What's that thing that people don't know about you that you wish they knew? That, okay, this is me, this is who I am, and essentially.
Because everybody has some sort of misconception. I'm telling you. There's some things I would say about myself.
I don't know what I'll say people don't know about me. I feel like that has been cleared up. I think what I would say people did not know is that I'm very, very playful. But I just need time to come out of my shell. Sometimes I'm even too playful.
Once you're out of that shell.
But I need to be really relaxed with you to be extra playful.
Okay.
It doesn't just come out.
Okay, so that's why you're looking all dignified and your legs are crossed. You're trying to.
It's in the morning.
Still
I still have to.
Okay.
So looking forward, next 4, 5, 10 years and all of that. What's the plan for the brand Esther?
I hope to have started a couple of businesses. Business is something is one path that I really, really want to try. I've tried business before when I was in university.
Which ones did you try?
I've sold all sorts of things. I've sold candy, I've sold clothes, I've sold shoes. Yes. I've sold wristwatches. I didn't even remember that.
Yeah.
So I know business is a path I want to try. I want to be a rising entrepreneur.
Very nice,
Wonderful,
very nice.
wonderful.
Anyway, so since we're trying to loosen you up and get you more comfortable in this space.
I'm comfortable.
Oh, you're comfortable. We want to get you more comfortable. We're going to be taking you to the kitchen. You're going to have a taste of our breakfast this morning.
Big foodie.
You're a foodie?
You're a foodie.
Yeah.
Are you serious? Okay, let's head over. All right, this way.
Okay, thank you. Welcome.
Esther. How you doing?
Hi.
How you doing? All right, take a seat.
Oh, okay.
All right. Welcome to the kitchen. All right, and today we've had a chef making her debut, Chef T. That's Chef T underscore, right? Chef underscore T?
T, yeah, just
okay.
T underscore.
Okay.
From Tasty Paradise.
Tasty Paradise.
Tasty Paradise.
And what she's made.
Yeah, it's going to be a restaurant soon.
So tell us what you made here.
Yeah, I made jollof pasta, like
Jollof
using
pasta.
yes, using fushini. Then I also made chicken vegetable stir fry.
Chicken vegetable stir fry.
fry.
So there's chicken in there. I'm seeing, is that broccoli?
Yeah, broccoli,
Yeah,
there's
eggplant,
zucchini,
zucchini.
eggplant,
Parmesan.
very exotic tastes.
Yeah.
So we're gonna hand this over to Esther to have a taste. And
You can
tell
start
us
from anywhere.
what you think about
You can start from the chicken. You can start from...
If it's not yum, I'll say it's not yum.
I'm joking. Please go ahead and have a taste. It looks so colorful though.
Yeah.
The ingredients were so...
Is that cheese I'm seeing on Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh, wow. It's really nice.
Well done, chef.
Thank
Well
you.
done, chef. I hope you'll join us again soon.
Sure, definitely.
All right, hope you had fun.
I
Now,
did.
speaking of having fun, we're gonna head back to the garden. We have a live performance happening there, and it's our way of saying thank you to you for tuning in.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.